Hey girl and guy, what up? Video 2 in the mix. Get it crack-lack. So Liz, I don't trust my winged eyeliner. And does anybody else? Okay, here's how I feel. I'm like looking at Instagram and I'm like, that's cute. I like liner. But I don't, me and winged liner, I'm like, you've cut me, girl. Like I've tried with winged eyeliner and it always ends up way farther than I want and way thicker than I want. And I'm like, so it's been a while. And this morning I was like, let's do something cute, but not crazy. Cause I've got, I'm working out later. I don't want to look like this. And winged liner was like, why would I ever do that to you? And I'm like, but do you remember that one time when, and she's like, let's start over. And I'm like, that sounds kind of cool. So then we're going and I'm like, oh, she's like, it's fine. Just keep going. Just make it a little bit thicker. And I'm like, well, it won't be that. So then I'm like, wait, that looks bad. And she's like, I know. And that's why I don't trust you, girl. Look at me. You cut me again. Every time I do winged liner, it's never enough. It's like, she just got to get in there and get 8 times more thick than I want and 8 times more long and chunky. But I do have good friends who kill it every time. They've got good relationship with their liner. And it's not just try a new liner. I've tried a lot of liners. It's just winged liner, that person. So, okay. We are going to do, getting that out of the way. I just had to get out of the way because I have a lot of stuff to do. I've got my class tonight. I'm personal training today, and I look a little crazier than I wanted to, so I just had to be like, we need to talk about this before we move on because I'm not over it. Now I feel better. But we're going to talk about what I'm eating or what my diet looks like right now. I'm going to try to keep it short. And like I said before, I'm experimenting, so this is not law. I'm just gonna put out there how I feel about food and diets. I feel like there's not one right way. I think you can be vegetarian. I think you can be vegan. You can eat meat, and I don't feel like meat is wrong. I don't feel like not eating meat is wrong. I think there's clearly healthy choices and unhealthy choices. If you're eating Crunchwrap, which that would be me every day. I mean, I don't eat that every day, but if I was gonna go in that area, it'd be a Crunchwrap every day. There's things that are for sure healthy and for sure not. But I feel like that's personal choice with food, and so this is just what I'm doing. This isn't what you need to do, and this is the healthiest way. Just put it out on the table. You just let it sit there and be like, okay, that's fair. But, so, I have always wanted to count macros. But I was like, what the heck are macros? I like to follow fitness people who are ahead in their journey so that it kind of helps me. But they're always like, my macros are macro friendly. And I'm just like, tell me what a macro is and I'll macro it. But I don't know what a macro is, girl. And finally this year, I found a video that there's a lot of videos that break it down, but I found a way where you actually can calculate your macros. I'm not going to get into that. I could, if you guys want, after seeing this and you want to learn how, maybe I could figure out, we could do a video like that. But it's basically here's a circle. You've got your proteins in the circle, you've got your carbs, and you've got your fats in the circle. And that makes up your diet. Those are macros. So you can adjust your macros. So you put your weight, age, height, activity level, all that stuff, and it calculates it for you. And then you can put, you know, are you trying to gain muscle, gain weight, lose weight, maintain? And then you'll either go into a little bit of a calorie deficit or a little bit more than you're eating. And I think like a lot of people would be surprised that they're not eating enough. And also maybe they're eating too much. Or for me, it was like I was eating not in proportion. I was eating a lot of fats and a lot of carbs. And with macro counting, not how you need to do your diet, but with macro counting, you have to have it in proportion. So you can choose if you like to have more healthy fats, like if you want more fats in your diet, you can make your fats higher. So you kind of get to play around with it. Or if you would rather have carbs like me, like I would rather just have carbs because I feel carbs give me energy while I'm working out throughout the day. So I want more carbs. So then it will give you how much carbs you're supposed to do. And there's a lot of apps out there. I use My Macro Plus, I think. My Macros Plus or something. But I know MyFitnessPal does it. They do your macros, but I think it's a little bit more expensive than My Macros Plus. I don't know. But you can enter your food in. They have like tons of lists of food, and then it'll give you your macros. So I've never counted my calories ever. Maybe I did for a day and I was like, that's hard and that's too many calories. But I was like, I want a challenge. I want to step it up. We're here. Let's go here. Yes. That's where I was like, let's go up here. So I started counting my macros, and for me, I saw results within the first week. Like I did it for a week and I was like, whoa. And also the first few days I felt like I'm never going to be able to do this because I was hitting my fats like by noon and I had none left for the day. And I was like, I don't think there's food that doesn't have fat in it. I was just like, this is a joke. This ain't real. But then day 2, I was like, okay, I can do this. I can do this. I've just never eaten in a way that I am putting balance into my diet. I've never done that. I've just been like, let's eat healthy and let's eat as much as you want. And that's fine. And that worked for me. And I just wanted a challenge. So, but now after doing it for 3 or 4 weeks, I feel like I understand food. I'm understanding how it works and what foods I can eat, and I get choices. So like if you see me put ice cream on there, that's because I'm putting it in my macros early in the day. I'm like, I'm having ice cream tonight. So I put that in and it takes out my calories and the macros for that. And then I know what's left. And then I'll also, if I have wine, I put that macro in, and that's, you know, wine can be like 150 to 200 calories. So that's like a choice that's hard because I'm like, I might be hungry later. But wine, but hungry, but wine. So in conclusion, that's what I'm eating. That's what my diet looks like. And I'm going to be doing more on it. Like I'll do a full day of eating. So what I'll be eating. So you're like, so you're eating a macro. At least that's how I was. I was like, show me what a macro is. Like, what? Is that space fed? But we'll be doing more. I hope you're having an amazing Monday. Thanks for watching. And we will catch you in the next vid.